Jess knows. you'll please stand for the national anthem of the Kingdom of Bahrain. Yes, yes.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله الذي أنزل على عبده الكتاب ولم يجعل له عوجا قيما لينذر بأسا شديدا من لدنه ويبشر المؤمنين الذين يعملون الصالحات أن لهم أجرا حسنا ماكثين فيه أبدا وينذر الذين قالوا اتخذ الله ولدا ما لهم به من علم ولا لآبائهم كبرت كلمة تخرج من أفواههم إن يقولون إلا كذبا فلعلك باخع نفسك على آثارهم إن لم يؤمنوا بهذا الحديث أسفا إنا جعلنا ما على الأرض زينة لها لنبلوهم أيهم أحسن عملا وإن لجاعلون ما عليها صعيدا جرزا. صدق الله العظيم.
Assalamu alaikum. Marhaban bikum. Good evening. Your Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, Representative of His Majesty the King for Humanitarian Works and Youth Affairs, National Security Advisor, and Chairman of the Supreme Council for Youth and Sports, we welcome you. Ladies and gentlemen, honored guests, esteemed faculty, proud parents, and most importantly, graduates. Welcome to the commencement ceremony of the RVIS International School graduating class of 2020, held this year under the royal patronage of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa. We are deeply honored. Graduates, we have been on a journey together over these past months. And it is an honor to celebrate this evening with you and celebrate your journey. Your final year of school veered dramatically off course, and yet here we sit in the midst of a global pandemic together, virtually and in person, in the spirit of our small and personalized RVIS community. We are here to celebrate your resilience and optimism, your leadership and perseverance, your accomplishments and achievements thus far. The class of 2020 will be remembered forever worldwide. And at RVIS, we will remember you forever as our milestone 5th graduating class. As our first class to graduate students who've been with us for their entire 12 years of formal education, and as many years as we have been a school. As the class who first inspired our mission by writing it with us, and secondly, by living it with us through our first year of Ignite Day. As the student leaders who sat with us time and time again in the boardroom, sharing feedback and ideas, and ultimately developing senior privileges. And while you did not get to take full advantage of those privileges, we promise that they will live on because of you. And finally, we will remember you as the magnificent class of 2020, full of kind leaders who persevered despite multiple challenges, who shared with us inspiring virtual senior showcases, and who always bring forth good ideas and goodwill in the spirit of leading and learning together. You are our 5-year milestone graduating class. Trees are a symbol of 5-year milestones for the roots that have taken place, allowing us to move from strength to strength. Graduates, you are our roots and the reason we have moved from strength to strength. Tonight, we thank you and we thank your parents for sharing this journey with us. Parents, thank you for giving us this wonderful group of students to nurture and care for over the years. Thank you for your partnership and support. The class of 2020 fully embodies the ideals of RVIS and the young people we hope to graduate. We are so very, very proud of them. Graduates, this evening we honor your transition from childhood to adulthood. And this is also a transition for your parents, who have given you endless love and support so that you may achieve your dreams. Please take a moment to thank them for all they have given you. As you embark upon your road to the future, I wish to share a passage from the Holy Quran, chapter 93, verse 4. Indeed, what is to come will be better for you than what has gone by. 3 weeks ago, we had postponed this ceremony, and we were unsure of what was next. The same ambiguity that perhaps many of us feel about the future, especially during this time in the world. Yet true to our RVIS spirit, we came together with our best hopes for the future, and our path has led us here, celebrating you against the skyline of this beautiful kingdom where the land and the sea and the sky meet. As the verse reminds us, do not grieve at all the hardships of the initial stage, for every later period of life will be better for you than the former period. What a pleasure to share this evening with you. Enjoy this moment. Bask in the beauty of this night as we honor you and mark this important transition. I would like to take a moment to recognize our graduates who are joining us from afar. While we may be apart by distance, we share this evening together as the RVIS class of 2020. We also recognize our family, friends, and faculty joining us virtually. It is a pleasure to be able to share this evening with our full community. We extend our gratitude to the chairman of our board, Mr. Abdul Malik, and the entire Our Capita team for hosting the ceremony and going above and beyond to help us plan an excellent event. We reiterate our appreciation to His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa for his royal patronage of our ceremony, and we extend our deepest appreciation to His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa for honoring us with his attendance at our celebration this evening. Congratulations to our graduates, and once again, welcome to all. We will now turn our attention to the screens to hear the faculty address presented by Mrs. Minan.
My name is Heather Minan, and I've had the privilege of being many of the graduates' advisor or teacher over the past 4 years. Unfortunately, I'm up in northern Wisconsin, and I'm unable to be there in person at their graduation, but I wanted to share a few words of advice before sending them off. Many small people in small places doing small things can change the world. Tonight, we are celebrating 28 young adults graduating from RVIS International School. According to Google, the average person will meet upwards of 10,000 people in their lifetime. If every one of the 2020 RVIS graduates positively impacts the lives of just 10 people, and each one of those people impacts the lives of another 10 people, then in 5 generations, 125 years from now, the RVIS class of 2020 will have impacted the lives of 2.8 million people. I have a few suggestions for how you might start to better your world and the world in which we live. That may seem like a big undertaking. You may be asking yourself, how can I accomplish this? So this evening, I would like to share 3 lessons I have learned before, during, and after my time at RVIS that might help you start to make a positive impact, not only on yourself, but also on those around you. Lesson number 1, win the morning. Every morning growing up, my dad made me make my bed. As a teenager, I hated doing it, but I found that when I moved to college, I continued doing it, even though my dad wasn't there to make me. After thinking about it, I realized that I think the reason I continued to do it was not just because it was a habit, but also because by making my bed, I had accomplished something first thing in the morning, which made me feel good. Carrie Gusher said, "Acknowledge all of the small victories. They will eventually add up to something great." So no matter how small or insignificant the task you accomplish is, it ultimately sets the tone for the rest of your day. Lesson number 2, find a team. I was lucky enough to play competitive soccer for my university. During one grueling conditioning practice, I met my teammates outside the gym at 5:30 a.m. to find out that we needed to run to the practice location, which was just over 3 kilometers away. Once there, we found out that we had to run hills and do other conditioning drills for the next hour. After an hour of hills, sprints, and other physically exhausting drills, coach said, "Oh yeah, the last part of our practice this morning is your 3-kilometer run back to campus. Have fun." Our captains at the time jumped up and said, "We've got this." As a team, we pulled together and made our 3-kilometer run back to campus. I encourage you to surround yourself with people you can relate to, who push you, and most importantly, who make you a better person. Lesson number 3, start with a smile. August 29th, 2016 was my first day of teaching middle and high school students. Prior to that day, I'd only taught little ones in elementary. I'd get daily notes and drawings, and sometimes I even felt like a celebrity when I walked into the room. From an outsider's perspective, secondary students did not have that same excitement or enthusiasm. To say the least, I was nervous, anxious, and unsure in my decision to make the leap to teach older students on that day in August. Coincidentally, August 29th, 2016 also happened to be the class of 2020's first day of high school. 8 of the girls who are graduating today came into my room. As they walked in, they had big smiles on their faces and greeted me with a "Good morning, miss." Their smiles, kindness, and greetings immediately put my anxiety and worries at ease and paved the way for the strong relationships we have formed over their high school careers. These smiles made this possible by setting the tone of positivity and optimism for what was to come. So the class of 2020, you are just moments away from culminating your high school careers and starting your next adventure. Moments away from your next journey and starting to have a larger impact on the world and those around you. At times, it will not be easy to positively impact yourself and others, but as I just shared with you, you've already started by having a positive impact on myself. Remember to win the morning, find a team, and start with a smile. These are all small things that can eventually make a big difference and make the world a better place than the one we have today. I wish you all the best on your future endeavors and look forward to seeing how you make a positive change in yourself and the world. Thank you.
Good evening, Your Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, distinguished guests, prideful parents, family and friends, and most importantly, the class of 2020, both here in front of me, in Canada, in China, in Denmark, in Saudi Arabia, and in the United States of America tonight. I stand here and extremely proud principal of RVIS International School. Gosh, you guys know me, I start already. But here we are at the glorious gardens here, making the impossible possible here at our capital at Bahrain Bay. But don't let the beauty around us distract us from the commitment and accomplishments of these scholars. So I begin tonight with our awards and recognitions of our candidates. In our first award this evening, it is my pleasure to present the Dolphin Award to a highly deserving member of the graduating class. The Dolphin Award is given to the student who embodies the most RVIS mission. Recipients of the Dolphin Award fully involve themselves in a wide variety of experiences provided by the school. They take advantage of all the school has to offer and are immersed in the life of the school. Dolphin Award winners challenge themselves academically, display excellent character, and a commitment to the contributing of the global community. In my 3 years at RVIS, I have come to know this year's winner as a student who is committed to her studies, her faith, giving to others both inside and outside of school, and her works with charity. But also one who keeps balance and has consistently involved herself in our athletics and arts programs at RVIS. She took on a role this year as the first house captain of Tylos and was an active member of the Senior Advisory Board for Mrs. Wadby and myself for the last 2 years. This year's winner is Suha Kabara. Please join me in graduating Suha as she comes forward to the stage to receive her award. Let's give a big congratulations to Suha so she's not walking up here quietly. Take that. It's okay. It's caught on her earring, the things these masks do to us. It's okay, just take it with one hand. Here you go. Smile. Congratulations. Suha. At this time, we would like to recognize those students who have risen to the highest standards here at their time of high school. The first distinction is for those students who have pursued the full International Baccalaureate program, which includes 6 collegiate level courses, rigorous theory of knowledge coursework, a 3,000-word extended essay, and over 150 hours of community service, to name a few. With their results won't be known until next week, we would like to acknowledge their commitment to such a program. Please stand as I call your name and remain until the last name is called. Isa M. Al-Khalifa, Najla Al-Khalifa, Mariam Al-Mahmoud, Sultan bin Sinan, Malena Shamain, Sarah Ibrahim, Amna Jamil, Suha Kabara, Samia Khan, and from a distance, Mena Naim. Congratulations, and we wish you the best of results as the week preceding us are leaving the next week. You may have a seat, thank you. The next distinction goes to our RVIS International School Scholars, which are awarded to those students who have maintained a GPA of 6.0 or higher on the 7-point scale, equivalent to a 95% for those of you that use the Alder scale, for their entire career at RVIS. They are designated tonight by an additional black cord hanging from their neck. Please stand as I call your name and remain until the last name is called. Mariam Al-Mahmoud, Yusuf Ashir, Saha Kabara, and Mena Naim. Congratulations to our hardworking students on your achievements. You may have a seat. Our next award is the Valedictorian, which may be an unfamiliar name for some of you, but it is an American tradition. Valedictorians are widely recognized to be the student of a graduating class with the highest cumulative grade point average over his or her high school years. This distinguished honor exemplifies a student who has consistently risen to the challenge despite a rigorous course of IB studies and maintaining the highest overall average during her high school years. This year's valedictorian is a fiercely committed young woman to the pursuit of excellence, all while maintaining a humble heart. Congratulations goes to Mena Naim. Unfortunately, Mena could not be with us this evening as she recently traveled to Egypt.
Good evening to Your Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, ladies and gentlemen, honored guests, faculty, parents, and my fellow graduates. As the poet Tennyson once said, to strive, to seek, to find, and not to yield. Indeed, we have done so. We are graduating today. First of all, I want to show gratitude and thanks to all our families. These past 4 years of high school have presented us with a lot of ups and downs, and it's good to know that we had our families in our corner, supporting us along the way. Thank you, Mom and Dad. I wouldn't be here today without you. Our achievements wouldn't have been possible without the help, support, and guidance of our parents, teachers, counselors, administrators, and the overall inspiration from the entire RVIS community. To all these supporters, I say, our success is your success, for you have given us the knowledge to excel and the belief that we can succeed. You have been there for us with encouragement and care. You have instilled in us the self-confidence needed to reach for our dreams. For all these things, we, the class of 2020, thank every single one of you. While writing this speech, I've had the opportunity to think and reflect about what RVIS has meant to me and about what comes next. And I found myself thinking about time, about how it flies, about how there's never enough of it, about how life comes at us so fast that we don't always get to appreciate the time we have. I feel like I started at RVIS last week, and now we are graduating. Often on graduation day, we look outside for heroes, but I see them right here, right among us. I've seen in my years at RVIS that we don't have to look far for inspiration, and that we have the potential to make an inspiring contributions to others by being true to our values and committing ourselves to ambitious goals. Each of us had our own unique experiences at RVIS, a combination of good times and bad times, times of laughter and of joy, times of school spirit, and of course, times of last-minute studying for exams. This school year didn't end as usual, but we have all persevered and come to what we are today. Our graduation is a bit more special and unique. Some of us, including me, couldn't attend in person, but this doesn't take away from our joy. Graduation marks the end of yet another extraordinary chapter in our lives. With this chapter closed, I'm certain that many of us are already anxious about starting the next one, because unlike an English book, we cannot skip through the pages of life to see how long the next chapter is going to be. We all have our own book of life that has not yet been written, and every day that passes is another page we write in ourselves. Luckily, as RVIS graduates, we have been given all of the paper and ink we need to write our stories. When you leave here today, celebrate what you have accomplished and look forward with optimism. Thank you for coming to witness this very special day. Congratulations, happy graduation, and best of luck to the RVIS class of 2020.
What I didn't get to add was Mena took her exams for university on the 27th, and she successfully passed everything. So she will accept her admissions into university. So that is hard to do, not having an audience. So for her, I congratulate her efforts on bringing us her greetings this evening. At this time, I am honored to welcome to the stage our board chair of RVIS International School, Mr. Abdul Malik, for some words of gratitude and inspiration.
Thank you. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. سمو الشيخ ناصر بن حمد آل خليفة ممثل جلالة الملك للأعمال الخيرية وشؤون الشباب، مستشار الأمن الوطني، رئيس المجلس الأعلى للشباب والرياضة. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحضور الكرام، إنه لشرف لنا جميعا أن أعرب عن بالغ الفخر والاعتزاز بالرعاية الأبوية التي حفانا بها حضرة صاحب الجلالة الملك حمد بن عيسى آل خليفة عاهل البلاد المفدى حفظه الله ورعاه، لرعاية حفل التخرج للفوج الخامس 2020 لمدرسة الرفاعيوز الدولية. وباسمكم جميعا أتقدم ببالغ الشكر والتقدير إلى سمو الشيخ ناصر بن حمد آل خليفة حفظه الله بالحضور ممثلا عن جلالة الملك حفظه الله. RVIS is a unique school which provides a world-class academic program while being sensitive to the cultural values of Bahrain. A distinguishing feature of the school is its small class sizes and personalized learning, and we are very pleased to see the fruits of the school and the graduating students we have with us today. We also pride ourselves of being active in humanitarian and social activities to those in need in Bahrain, which Your Highness joined us 2 years ago, inaugurating a house in Rafah. So with that, we would like to start our graduation process. Thank you very much. Okay.
Mrs. Wadby, on behalf of the faculty of the RVIS International School, I present to you the candidates for a high school diploma. Candidates, I certify at this time that you have met the criteria for graduation from RVIS International School.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty of RVIS, and by virtue of the authority bestowed upon me by the Board of Trustees, I confer to each of you a high school degree.
At this time, graduates, do your best without a rehearsal to please rise to your formations for receiving your diplomas. As your name is called, you will please come forward to the stairs over here to receive your diplomas. Again, do your best, we'll make it work. Adele, if you would please join us to move the podium.
I've been a part of the RVIS community for 12 years now. RVIS did not only give us the gift of education, it also gave us the gift of having a second family. RVIS made us the people we are today.
Please get to your formation.
Come help. Michaela. Back row, if you'll please stand up and start moving up to the stage. Thank you. This is one of those unrehearsed things that we're going to work through, so we hope you bear with us.
Michaela Anna Maria Yordake. Samia Khan. Milena Shaman. Maria Blanca Lobo Lozano. Aiden Jeffrey Jones. Fadi Barhoum. Amna Jamil. Sara Khalil Ibrahim. Sultan Adil Jasim Muhammad bin Sanad. Tala Ramzi Abu Khadra. Basma Muhammad Ali Shabib Ali Shabib. Isa Hamad Isa Abdullah Al Khalifa. Mariam. Saha Ma'ayyad Saad Kabara. مريم فاروق محمود محمود آل محمود. عيسى محمد آل خليفة. أحمد سلمان خالد أحمد آل خليفة. نجلة أحمد سلمان دعي آل خليفة. عريب سعد أحمد آل خليفة. يوسف صالح عبد الله عشير. ريما بنت حمد بن عيسى آل خليفة. منى أمين نعيم. شيخة محمد الشمري. Frederick Christopher Peterson. يوسف صادق رش. عبد الرحيم ناصر تكور. يزن الخطيب. In absentia, Li Hua Lin, Sierra Louise Nell.
Would you like to move this back to the middle? I think our kids are a little slow tonight, guys. Thank you for being patient with the pacing, but this is what is without a rehearsal. I want to give them a big congratulations first for us and trying to coordinate this from afar virtually. I think they've done a fantastic job. And thank you to Ajad Al Khalifa for joining us as the reader. Graduates, you have now been awarded a high school degree by the head of school and the Board of Trustees. Can you please stand at this time? Graduates, please stand where you are. You may now move your tassel from right to left. Would all in attendance please join me, make a big round of applause. You may have a seat. Graduates of the class of 2020, you may be seated if you aren't already. So this is the time where I have to have faith that I, as well as the others surrounding us here and around the globe, teachers past and present, friends and family from a distance, that we have all given you the tools to be ready for the next phase of your life. Despite the uniqueness that the school year 2019 and 2020 has brought to us, I am at peace knowing that you are ready. That is because each of you is as unique as the current times, with your ability to self-advocate, commit to the things you love, which does not include getting to school on time or even graduation rehearsal, but your ability to be passionate, resilient, funny, loud, but grateful and humble. Our small personalized learning community has provided you the opportunity to flourish and leave us truly knowing yourself and a love for Bahraini culture. I want to thank your parents for trusting us with your truly good human beings. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for doing this together on behalf of the faculty and staff of RVIS. Graduates, you know I'm always a text, email, chat away. Thank you for the love that you gave me today before we started this. You are forever in my heart. At this time, I welcome to the podium Amna Jamil, who will provide some final thoughts on behalf of the class of 2020. Her classmates voted her as their representative. Bring it on, Amna.
Gratitude is an important thing, especially for a student. You have to be thankful for what the teachers and what you give to yourself. And for that, I am extremely thankful for all the teachers I've had through the years, and also with some of the students that I have seriously enjoyed my time here at RVIS.
Good evening to Your Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, fellow graduates, beloved family members, esteemed faculty, and guests. It is with great honor that I firstly say just how proud I am of each and every graduating student of the class of 2020. Though it has not been a typical senior year, it will no doubt be a uniquely memorable one. Not only will you be known as the COVID-19 graduates, but you will also be remembered as graduates who have overcome the unimaginable. Nonetheless, this has been a journey that began at a different time for all of us. From those that have been here since 2009 to those that have joined us late last year, we have all walked our different paths to end up here today at the same benchmark of graduating. Whether it was about ourselves or a new skill developed, we always manage to walk away from situations having learned something new. And as Ms. Levers always says, it's all about the process, guys. There is a quote I love by Nelson Mandela that says, "As we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same." So I encourage you, class of 2020, to give everything you have into the things you love. This is your world, so I encourage you to explore it, to respect it, to care for it, to learn from and with it. Even when things get tough, you've got to push through, because without bumps in the road, life would have no movement whatsoever. As we say our hellos to the future, we also say goodbyes to the little things that make up our past at RVIS. Like Mr. Bushmiller's whiteboard dad jokes, or our advisory game days, our eventful Ignite days, our DMCs with Miss Pinkerton, and our everyday personal memories that differ from student to student. Along with the goodbyes come the thank yous. Thank you to the teachers and faculty who have stood by us patiently, watched us grow. Thank you to our friends, wherever they may be right now, for always accepting our rose petals with the thorns. And thank you to our siblings and relatives for both keeping us sane and driving us insane. And finally, thank you to our parents, the people who work as hard as they possibly could to provide us with the very best of every tool we need to build our futures. Your endless love and limitless dedication is what drives us forward. And although the 2020 class of RVIS are an uplifting and exceptional group, they can sometimes need a little extra patience, and I will admit that. As we leave our high school behind, we're all looking forward to bright futures. Whether you're going off to uni, taking a gap year, or still unsure about where you are going in life, I can assure you that you will end up exactly where you should be. Thank you to the graduating class of 2020 for truly making this trip an exceptional one. It is with absolute pride that I stand here today and say that I am graduating with some of the most amazing people I have ever met in my life, and I have no doubt in my mind that they will achieve amazing things. So thank you everyone for all you have done. I wish you all the very best. Thank you. Jazakum Allah al-khair.
So, the time has come to end our celebration. Graduates, you have been in this wonderful world of protection by those around you, family, friends, teachers, for the last 18 years to help you grow and learn. To reiterate the words of our head of school, Mrs. Wadby, now is the time for your roots from the foundations of RVIS to blossom like a tree into great branches with the twists and turns of life, and ultimately bearing glorious fruits with the flavors of your personalities, the strength and resilience of the things you have experienced in the great wide world, and the various colors of the many people you will come to know and humble yourself before through life. Go with the blessings of this special community of RVIS. At this time, I would like to reiterate our pride and appreciation for the royal patronage and thank His Majesty, King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa. We also extend our deepest appreciation to His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa for honoring us with your attendance at our 5th graduating celebration. Shall we all give a round of applause? Thank you for making the impossible possible. I ask now that the remainder of the audience stays seated until our honored guest departs, and any other families not wishing to take part in their photos on stage, you can be released in pods after. So we will be calling up those. At this time, I look to you. Will you be staying for a picture on stage? You are the first with Rima? Fantastic. At this time, if you are in the back row and you are not staying for your picture time, you may leave out through the front, and those graduates, you may pick an envelope up from me on your exit. Anyone leaving? We'll try row 3. You're in for the long haul tonight. Do I need to go on? Row 2, is anyone leaving? let's get on with the pictures then. At this time, I'm going to grab the basket, and then we will call you up just a second as I get ready. At this time, Your Highness. I'll go grab them. Can I have a mic? Thank you. Rima, let me see you real quick. Families, you should know your appointment. Okay, 10:05 appointments. It was the thing that said foot. Mr. Davis, you have the master list back there. If you could please call the next 5 families that were the first. I think it would be the back row. Michaela, Sonia, Tala. If you were in the first group, you're also the first group to take your pictures. So if you'll please come up at this time. You all are so quiet. Please feel to talk. Take your bag with you because there are some things, a special memory from the school regarding your book package. Mr. Davis, can you help with the photographer? Thank you for coming. Yes, you make on the first circle. Yes, you and your family. Thank you. The photographer is coming right up now to take your picture, so if you'll just wait 1 second. Nadia, you may. As much as you try to organize, you guys are a hard crowd. You all have had air conditioning. I haven't the whole time. You know, last night was glorious. It still is. I'm so glad we did it. It was beautiful. Yeah, go ahead and move up. All right, the next set of families that were in group 2, just keep making your way up so you don't have to stay so long. Don't forget your diplomas on your way out. Thank you for coming. You did it. Elena, stand back from me because I don't have my mask on. frankly, I hope we're off the air because I don't want to have to put it on anymore. Sarah. Woo, thank you. This is your diploma. Because we kept empty just in case, like, something happened, which obviously, you know, we had a few hiccups.